Hi teachers. In this video I am going to talk to you about PPAT Task 2, Assessment and Data Collection to Analyze and Inform Student Learning, Step 1, which is planning the assessment. As with Task 1, please have one person in your domain group go to File, then make a copy, and share the document with your group members and with me. The first part of, before we get to step 1, planning the assessment, the first thing that you are going to do in task 2 is to provide contextual information that you compiled in task 1. So that will be the first set of 3 questions there. Notice that this is called step 0. After you've done that, your group members should develop a single assessment that you are going to use at the completion of the lesson that you teach in our Seed 408 class. So please make certain that you read through the guiding prompts. I put some notes in red, and I've also highlighted this question for part C of selecting the single assessment. It's talking about a rubric. So you should make some type of rubric or scoring guide. You should communicate about the rubric to your students, your peers in our Seed 408 class. For part D, you're asked what evidence of student learning do you plan to collect from the assessment. Notice that the verbs in step 1 are all future tense because you are planning. Then text box 2.1.2 asks questions about how are you going to prepare your learners for this assessment. Well, you're going to be facilitating a lesson. The goal is for your lesson to meet the ideas that you plan to assess the students on at the end of text box 2.1.3 asks for you to select 2 focus students. Now, since we are completing task 2 in our own class, I'm asking you to select 2 of your peers. They could be introverts, extroverts, it could be our satellite student, but someone that you are going to modify your assessment for to help them be successful. In our class, we're primarily working with introverts and extroverts. You might be modifying your instruction, which is perfectly fine. However, the question asks about how did you modify the assessments. So please keep that in mind. And again, I've got highlighted places where you are asked to provide links to those artifacts. Please just keep your artifacts in Google Doc form, that's fine. But when you submit this document into D2L, I'm going to ask you to go to File, then down to Download As, and then change it into a Word document. So you'll be submitting a Word document into the Dropbox. The reason for this, I like to use comments and track changes in Word. Thank you for listening, and I hope you find this video helpful.